Okay. Try to remember what happened because some dumbass didn't write it down. Anyways, okay, I remember. As Alania disappears over the horizon, you as you finish waving goodbye. You now kind of stand there, just kind of alone. Time wise, it's probably around early evening, maybe 5 or 6 p.m. Sun's still up, starting to set. You're currently in Winfield, the port city. You've been here before. You can now either, maybe, since you're here, explore if you want. Alternatively, you can find a carriage and head back to Haldradia. Up to you.
How long will it take to fly there?
A fly there?
With with one of my wind skills.
2-3 hours. Maybe less. Hour to 2 hours.
How about on carriage? Oh wait, what? I wouldn't need a guide there, right? I wouldn't need a guide
You would
back.
need a guide back.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I'm gonna see if there's a guild hall nearby and see if I can get a guide.
Knowing that there's probably a guild hall around here somewhere, you wander around the city for about 10 to 15 minutes and eventually find an adventurer's guild.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk up to the front desk and ask for a guide.
You enter the receptionist. You enter the guild and, well, it's like every other guild you've been in, an adventurer's guild speaking. You walk in, approach the receptionist, and explain to her your situation. She tells you that they do have guides ready, and and asks when you would like to leave.
I'd like to leave immediately, please.
She nods and then tells you to take a seat while she prepares everything. And she also tells you that the guide will be, how much was it last time? I don't think.
Was it like 15 minutes? 5 minutes? I think 10
No,
minutes, I
how
think.
much it costed. Did I charge you for that?
You never charged me.
I feel like I should have.
You really should have. It would be. I wouldn't.
Free public
yeah, it was free.
I'll say it was a gold coin.
Alright.
So just take away 2 gold coins.
Are we just gonna retcon that I did last time? Give them.
You have, because you have more than enough gold for it.
Yeah, obviously I do have more than enough gold, but that's fair.
Oh, chips are cheap.
Anyways, yeah. I need to hurry up and write down how much money you have.
It's not much. I had 5 gold coins.
As of now?
Yeah, remember?
Okay,
Ren gave me like.
Oh yeah, let me.
Pity gold.
I need to do the math. Okay, so you got 20 gold for the Syntrex. You left with 14 after buying some shit. Okay, and then
Got 21
you got
after
19
doing.
gold from the quest, which brings you up to 33. You really don't ever buy much. But you buy the wind... Yeah, you don't buy anything until you meet Alania, which is surprising, if anything. So you're at 33 gold. You don't buy anything, because you're just doing research in the 22nd and 3rd sessions, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of magic stuff you do in the 3rd session, so you don't really buy anything. What else do you do?
I buy the halberd.
Yeah, oh yeah. So you buy...
Then that was like 17 gold coins.
Yeah. You buy the Windbracer for 6 gold. So that goes from 33 to 17. And then you buy the halberd for how much?
17.
It was that expensive?
It was that expensive, yes.
Was it because
I was robbed.
Was it
because of the Mediterranean
Yeah, because of the
stuff.
Manulan. Okay.
Yeah, the Manulan.
I still don't think it was 17. I feel like that was way too high. I feel like I wouldn't have charged that much.
I think it was 7. It might have been 17. Or could have... I know it was 10 or more.
Okay.
I mean, I can go back into the video and see if I can find it.
That would take way too long.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, you also killed the goblins for 10 silver. So you're at 33 and 10.
Also the
I
copper.
forget how much it is, but I feel like 17 is too much. So I'm gonna say 12. Seems more reasonable.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'll just say it was 12. Bought halberd for 12 gold. Because I forget, and if the video says more, I don't care. The notes matter more than the video. So you bought it for 12, we'll say 12. 33 minus 12. So that's 21. So you're currently at 20. Current cash is 21 gold and 10 silver. So as of your purchase from the Haldradia Forest, that's how much you have.
Damn. Okay, I'm still afloat.
Okay. Yes. Okay. You buy the trip for 2 gold for a gold piece. It tells you to take a seat for a few minutes.
Alright then, might as well. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna learn a few new skills then. Primarily light skills.
You mean
Still need to.
spells?
Yes, the bells.
You can't really learn
Okay.
spells without using them.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, might as well read them then.
You can learn
And then
about
use them
them,
later.
sure.
There you go.
Okay, you currently have, you only have, you only have, your elements are light and wind. You have the Mage's Guide to Wind, so you have, so you can either read about, well, you know, basically know all the lesser wind spells. You can either read about some basic wind spells, some greater wind spells, or some greater light spells.
Wait, did I not learn all of the greater? No, not the greater. The basic wind spells.
There's 15 of them.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
No. So no, you did not.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna probably just skim through those then.
Skim through the basic ones? Okay.
Yeah.
You find those. Okay, of the basic wind spells, you know, we drag these over. Of the basic wind spells, you know, let me find those. You know, RENA, Light Feet, Windblade, Wings of the Storm, Backstep, and Dash, I believe, are the only ones you currently know. That is correct. Okay. Besides those, you decide to take a breeze through, no pun intended, the, other spells. One of the first spell on the list you note is, did I put Wind?
With RENA.
Wait, is this greater?
I think that was one.
No, yeah.
No, I think it was.
You already know that. I also
Okay.
put down Wind Blade. The spell is Wind Slash. It's, okay. Don't know
Yeah,
how that
yeah, you
happened.
put that in blade.
Anyways, yeah. The other spells you haven't learned as you skim through includes Lesser Tornado, which you assume is obviously a lesser version of the greater spell Tornado that you already learned. There's Gale Shot, which shoots a ball of concentrated air from their palm that goes in the direction you're aiming at. There's Gust 2, which shoots a gust of wind from their hand strong enough to move small objects. There's Breeze Shield. The user creates a windy shield. Alright, you're not allowed to access the document, Elpis. I think I've stated this before.
Okay. I mean, like, we can't copy and paste them down, right?
I do that
Because I think
for
we
you.
did that last time. Okay, okay.
The user creates a windy shield around their entire body that blocks magic but not physical attacks. Is also good against the rain. Then there's Air Arrow, which only works when you have a bow drawn, so you kind of just skip over it. There's Lesser Storm, which shoots 3 concentrated air shots from their palm. There's Aerial Blade, which creates a small but concentrated blade of wind. There's Wind Vision, which gives the user better eyesight, which is admittedly a spell you could technically try here, because it's a passive spell.
That's fair.
There's Light as the Wind, which allows you to run faster. It's faster than Light Feet, but you don't get the jump boost. And then, yeah, those are the spells you do not know from the basic.
I'll learn the sight spell first, then.
Figuring since you're here, and, you know, it's not an actual spell that does anything, like, physically into the world, you decide to try it out. Since it's a basic spell, you figure it out basically instantly, and are able to activate Wind Vision. You feel, like, wind covering your eyes, almost like what it feels like to put contacts in. and you learn Wind Vision. Put it in the basic spell categories you have. For future reference, for everyone here, if you want to make a separate document called Magic Memories and put all your spells there instead, I am fine with that. Do note that spells that you don't use often will get forgotten as well, so those aren't immune to the memory erasure. Just, as sessions go on, I am aware that it's going to be harder to backtrack to your spells as time goes on. So if you want to move those to a separate document just called Magic Memories or something along those lines, feel free to. Because even I'm getting annoyed
Okay, bet. I'm just gonna do that.
Even I'm getting annoyed having to scroll through all these and try to find what spells you know and what spells you don't.
Don't mind me going to the basic. I'm just trying to
Noted.
do that. Do that. Just gonna copy all of this down. Alright, there I go. Now you can access it.
Okay. Anyways, didn't need to open Opera Jacks. Oops. Anyways, yeah, okay. Go ahead and once you copy it, just delete it from your memories. It's just gonna make. It wasn't that much of a problem when the memories weren't that long, but at this point, it's just getting.
It's problem being annoying.
It's getting tedious. Yes, I agree.
Perhaps you could put them in the profile, just like as a separate thing.
No, because the profile's unchanging.
Technically, skills change.
You don't forget your skills, dumbass.
Okay, that's.
Oh, there they are. Gonna get the greatest spells up then.
Yeah, grab those. Once they're copy and pasted, I'll delete them for you. Yeah, it's just easier this way. I didn't think it'd be a problem in the beginning, but it is starting to become annoying, admittedly. So, yeah, it's just easier to just get rid of all that. I think there is also... Did you learn it? Are there any other... Let me check. Is anything else? Yeah, they also learned Gleaming Aura, which I will just copy and paste into here as well.
Yeah, I think I should probably just make a separate thing for light spells too.
Yeah, go ahead if you want.
Alright, there we go.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's it.
Yeah, anyways, yeah.
Right.
You learn Wind Vision, and after playing, you note that the wind covering your eye seems to almost act like magnifying glasses. You can see much further, however, you note that it feels odd, because obviously when you use magnifying glass, your peripheral vision and peripheral vision gets narrowed, but it almost feels like your eyes have become magnified, but your peripheral vision hasn't become any smaller. You mess around with it for a bit until the duration ends, and after a few more minutes of waiting, the person comes out. The receptionist appears with another guide. He introduces himself as Vinali and says he'll help guide you back to Haldradia.
Alright then. So we leaving now then?
Yeah.
How much do I have to charge you?
You already paid.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He leads you into the forest and asks if you've been to Haldradia before.
Yes, I recently just left there to drop off a person.
Oh, he asks if you're returning.
Yeah, I'm returning. For now, at least.
He tells you that for next time, if you're leaving Haldradia but staying within the confines of Sawalonia, you're allowed to purchase a temporary you can purchase a temporary marker from the Mages Guild that allows you to find its location without needing a guide.
Oh. Okay, then. That'd be nice to know.
He explains that
Is there also permanent markers?
He says no. That would be a liability.
Alright, that's fair.
You continue on as you fly through the trees, whilst Vanali does what your previous guide did, and just kind of yeets himself through the trees. You fly for maybe an hour, and eventually end up back in Haldradia. Actually, we'll say 2 hours, because you're flying, but he has to move on land.
Yeah, yeah.
Eventually you arrive, and he says he's going to return, and you thank him, and he leaves. Just standard trip. You're now back in Haldradia, and it's very close to becoming night, like around 8 to 9 p.m.
Let's see if Ren's around.
Where would you check?
Leave that in.
Yeah, I'd hope so. If you were Jamal, you'd probably be like, let's go check the library.
Hey,
Let's go check his job place.
Even though it's already after hours. So something Jamal would do. Anyways, yeah. Give me a second. Anyways, yeah. You enter the tavern again, and it's not too late for everyone to have gone to sleep, and there's a very good amount of people. Basically every table has someone in it, either talking or sitting or drinking / eating alone. You look around and notice Elmon and the rest of their party, including Ren, sitting at a table who would appear to be eating.
I decided just to approach the table then.
You approach the table, and the others wave at you and motion you to come take a seat with them.
Then take my seat and ask how have they been.
Akar is the first to speak. He says he's been good. He says that Ren was just telling them about how he was messing with you at the bar.
Yeah.
Ren kind of snickers and says it's been a while since he's met someone who didn't know about his skill and willingly played the games with him.
I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't,
Fair.
kind of embarrassing, so, just a little bit.
He laughs, saying it was just a little fun, haha, funnies.
Funny, yeah, okay.
Elmon then cuts in and asks and says that their day had been fine. They'd spent that he in particular was going out hunting, and he asks if anything interesting happened today.
No.
Ren, whilst eating his food, looks at you with his mouth still half full and kind of asks, "Oh, by the way, what happened with that high elf girl?"
Oh,
The others seem intrigued by what Ren is referring to.
Well, see, I, guided her back to where she needed to be. That was very, very terrible wording by me.
Ren kind of laughs and says, "Yeah, she kind of, from what she explained to me, it sounds like she's in a pretty precarious situation. She said she was going to Althvinhaim, right?"
Yeah. He said that he'll send a note to the next town I'm going to, so...
Although confused, being confused, Amaria kind of asks what exactly you're referring to, like in terms of the high elf.
Can I not say?
I mean, you could explain it to them, like that you don't want to tell them.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of do not. I don't want to tell you guys, mostly. I mean, Ren knows, but I would rather just not say anything.
Ren kind of looking at
Mostly
you.
because I don't know if there's cards around.
Yeah. Ren kind of looks at you, Ren kind of looks at you, seeing how, like, you don't want to tell them, and it kind of looks at you, smirks, and asks, "What, did you guys fuck or something?"
Oh my god, Ren! No!
He frowns and says, "Shame. She was pretty too." He continues eating his food nonchalantly, completely unaffected by what he had just said. The others kind of laugh,
God.
clearly used to this kind of behavior from him. And Ren
God.
kind of says, well, regardless, I'm glad she got to where she needed safely, even though you missed your chance. Trying to brush the conversation away, a car kind of, like, asks, like, if anything, well, besides that, did anything else interesting happen over the past few days?
Well, other than being destroyed by Ren and taking Elena back to a safe place, no.
Mm-hmm.
It was just mostly research.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'm kinda leaving anyways. Gonna head to the next town.
The others look a bit disappointed by this, but ask where you're going.
I believe it was Asylvius, I think. My brain isn't braining at the moment.
Yeah, yes, you're going to the kingdom of the High Elves, where everyone that isn't a High Elf is persecuted and arrested.
Yeah, no.
You have notes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Yeah, definitely gonna go there. Hold on.
You have notes.
Oh yeah. Wait, I am allowed to have my map up, right?
Yes, you have a map. You dumb fuck.
Honestly, what do you expect from me?
Fair enough.
Not much, exactly.
This is true.
I'm a bit of a dumbass.
We all know.
Sometimes even dumber than Jamal.
It's difficult, but yeah.
Fucking hell.
How long does it take to open maps? I don't...
He ripped the accent on.
I can believe it.
Fucking god. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, that's the map. Now one...
Wrong map, you dumb fuck. You're in the geographical
I know,
one.
fuck off. Geographical? Okay.
You said you're in
I'm just pulling them all up.
geographical one.
Okay. Okay, not political. Okay. Think? Plateau of the Sun, I think. My brain, I think so. That's where Jamal is, right?
Yes, it's a geographical area, not the kingdom.
God, my brain is...
Your brain is never on. Stop using that as an excuse.
Just ask them for the nation of the sun.
Sometimes on. It's not...
You think he knows that... You think he knows that that nation is Sun Elves? You think Elpis is that smart?
It says the plateau of the sun. I hope he connects the dots.
No, he doesn't. Listen to him. Look how much he's struggling. My point exactly.
Now, Kaer'ith?
That is correct. Good job, Elpis. You did it.
Nice.
That was sad. Really, really sad. Anyways, you told them that you're going to be going to Sal Kaer'ith, and hold on, let me pull up the memories again. And Amaria, who is a Sun Elf, looks intrigued and asks, is there any particular reason why you'd want to visit her homeland?
Well, mostly. I mean, the sun... I think, like, a sun festival is coming up, so might as well get there earlier.
She clasps... She clasps her hands together, looking excited, and say, "Oh, you plan on attending the Sunstar Festival?"
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, how fun. Do you know much about it?" she asks.
I know it consists of prayers.
He
And a lot, and I think a banquet, also a lot of, powerful gear too.
She looks at you and just says, "So
that
you
can
don't."
be sold. Yeah, but you know what? Yes, a little bit.
Yeah. She explains to you, well, the Sunstar Festival is celebrated on Dalier the 8th to Dalier the 10th. For those 3 days, all schools and jobs are paused, as we prepare to celebrate the birthday of our god, Mendias, on the 10th. He explains that during this time, people decorate their houses in colorful streamers and banners of all different colors, as well as hanging the symbol of Mendias on their front door. The festival goes on even into the night, and even like the earliest times in the morning and the latest times at night, you'll likely find some people celebrating. She explains that to you that the first day of the Sunstar Festival is mainly dedicated to partying and family time. The high priests and cardinals will set up games, cookouts, and other events for people to enjoy. Foreigners are also greatly invited to join, and it's considered the perfect time to visit Kaer'ith and really fully enjoy Sun Elf culture and cuisine. You're also able to buy things there at a cheaper price because of how many people are there. She explains then the second day is entirely dedicated to eating and drinking. Massive events, free food, stalls, the whole charade we put together for everyone to enjoy. Finally, the third day, which is Mendias' birthday, will be spent in the Pantheon of the Sun, where we all pray and worship Mendias, and the High Priest of the Sun will call upon Mendias to deliver a blessing to us, which he does, and usually in the form of a magical display. Afterwards, the next few days will be spent cleaning things up and returning back to normal facilities. In fact, the Sunstar Festival is easily the biggest festival in all the land. People from across the continents will plan months in advance to visit, and I've even seen demons coming from the demon realm from the trip just to visit. It's a massive festival, and it's good. It's interesting that you want to check it out, and I'm happy it's piquing your interest.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's my first time up here. I might as well explore every wonders of Althvinhaim.
She nods and says, "Is this the first? I assume this is the first time. At the very least, you remember going."
It's my first time going. Yes. Yeah.
She nods and says, "Well, I hope you'll enjoy my hometown. It's very beautiful. I personally think the architecture there is the best in the world."
Alright then.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna head off for the night then.
And then Elenia then kind of asks, actually, that's not her. I'm blanking.
Wrong name.
Yeah, I'm aware. Ameria asks, when you plan on heading out.
Probably tomorrow.
She nods and says, "Well, good luck on your journey then."
Yeah.
You head off to bed.
Well, it's honestly very nice. Oh wait, I have one thing to say. It was very nice encountering you all, especially Ren. Goddamn.
He smirks at you and just kind of he smirks at you and says, "Aw, I knew you thought I was cute."
Not.
He smiles innocently, laughing still. With that, they all wish you good luck on your travels, and you head off up to your room. It's probably around 10:30. You just want to go straight to sleep?
I'm gonna do something stupid then.
Huh? Oh god.
I'm gonna meditate for 10 hours. I'm gonna meditate until the morning.
It's a horrible idea.
That is a horrible idea.
You're aware that you don't recover your energy by doing that, right?
I don't increase my mana by doing that.
No, you do, but you don't recover your physical energy from moving around the entire fucking day for like you do when you sleep. You're aware of that.
He comes
I could always sleep on the ride over to there, so I mean
it depends if you want to ride or fly there.
What's more faster?
Flying by a long shot.
My fucking god.
A carriage ride would take you maybe 4 days.
Holy shit. Okay, then I might as well just meditate for like 4 hours
yeah,
then.
No, flying would flying would take you the afternoon. Like
Alright then, I'll just fly. Then I'll just meditate for 4 hours, go to bed, wake up around at maybe 7, and then meditate for another hour, and then head off.
Okay, so you plan on getting 4 hours of sleep. Okay. Up to you.
Oh, wait, no, you said it was 9!
It was 10:30.
10:30, fuck, okay. Yeah, I said meditate till 12, right?
Yes, that's an hour 30.
Okay then. And then just fucking wake
Do you
up
not do math?
No, I don't do math.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay,
so you
fine.
meditate till midnight.
and then go to sleep, wake up at like 7, and then meditate for another hour.
Okay.
That's like 7 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. You go to sleep, and you meditate until 12 for an hour 30. You raise your mana pool by about 12.
Okay, so I'm at.
It is in your You did put it in your profile, right? Just put it in your profile.
Okay, I can put it in my profile. Okay, let me just
Next
do
instance
that.
here. You just add on as time goes on.
Oh, I think I'm at like 6:05. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not put down my mod? Holy shit! I did not.
You did somewhere.
I think it's 6:05.
Close enough. Just add 12 onto that, so 17, and then put it.
Well. Okay, no, yeah, you did not give me the book. You did not give me a math book, so I don't know how to math real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, my bad.
Had to steal a fucking calculator.
Lol.
6:07. Alright, and then fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. At around 12, you decide to fall asleep. You head off to bed, and eventually wake up. You wake up just as the sun starts to rise around 7 p.m. Sorry, 7 a.m. You're awake once again.
Alright, then I meditate for another hour.
Meditate for an hour, raising your mana pool by about 8.
$6.15. Okay.
6:15 means 6:25.
You said another 7, right?
I said you raised it by 12 and then 8. It's 20.
Oh. Okay, I was at 595.
Oh, you said 12. You're at 595. I thought you were at 605. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at 6:15. Because you said 6:05, and so I thought you meant you started at 6:05.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, no, that's just on my bad. That's the bad on my part.
Okay, yeah. 6:15, yes. It's now 8 p.m.
Okay. Alright then. Decide to pack whatever I need to, store it in my pocket dimension, and head downstairs for breakfast and, fly, I guess.
Getting ready all of your things. You take your halberd, your books, and anything else you've acquired, including your money, and just kind of yeet it into your pocket dimension. You head downstairs, get some of the free breakfast from your inn, and yeah. Let's do the calc on what day it is. Actually, this is the day Jamal. You're on the currently on the day that Jamal did alchemy. So yeah, let me just line that up in my mind real quick.
Yeah, I think this is the day. Jamal set up his.
Because Jamal's supposed to leave tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You better hope that I mess it up in my lore and have to reschedule.
No, you did reschedule. No, I think he did reschedule it to like the 18th.
He said the 18th, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes, he did say the 18th. So like, I think like 2 days or 1 day.
Supposed to leave for Southantis. So we'll say this day. Elpis POV.
I swear if I have to come up with another canonical excuse why my character can't make the Southantis trip. Just be here.
Okay, Elpis POV. For Castier the 17th. Elpis POV. Begins trip to Kaer'ith on the 17th. Okay, alright, I got it down. Jamal. I just want to remember what day you're on. You're on an Alf. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Okay. You exit the. You exit the. Hold on. Yeah. You exit the town, and you're more or less ready to head out. You feel full. You recall that Amaria said that, you know, it would take you probably an afternoon to get there. However, before you leave, if you'd like, you can go around the city and say goodbye to anyone you feel like you should. If not, you can begin the next part of your journey.
I'll come back. I'll come back when I have to face up again to you just to get Ren.
I mean, you can go and say goodbye to people, or you can just dip.
I can.
I gave.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll just go say goodbye.
To who? There's a few people you've met on your journey so far.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go say goodbye to Ren then.
Okay. Like the femboy simp you are, you head over to.
Fuck off! No, I'm not.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, yeah. You head over to the cafe where Ren is working. You enter once again. The shop probably opened just a bit ago, and you see Ren taking orders from customers. He notices you and kind of gives a wave whilst taking an order from someone.
I wait back.
You
And I'm probably gonna wait until I need to talk to him, and then probably just head off.
Do you get in line?
Fucking dip. Yes, get in line.
You get in line.
And not stare off like an idiot last time.
I mean, you could, but where's the fun in that? You get in line once again, kind of appreciating Ren, one could say, and eventually you make it to the front of the line. However, this time he didn't space out as much to not even notice you were at the front of the line. He greets you and once again asks if there's anything you need. Again, correctly assuming that you're not here to order anything particular.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say goodbye. So, and hopefully we can meet again.
He smiles and says, you're heading off to sell Kaer'ith, right?
Yep.
He smiles and says, well, I hope you enjoyed the trip and the Sunstar Festival, and afterwards, if you want to come back here and say hello, I'd hope you would.
Yeah, I might.
He kind of like punches you on the shoulder a bit and says, you better come back and visit sometime.
I will.
He looks at you and says, I have connections. I know how to, find you.
Is that a joke?
He then shrugs and his malicious smile turns to an innocent one, like, what do you mean? What'd I say? He then laughs and then says, well, best you be going whilst the day is young. And yeah, come back and visit. And his smile changes again as he kind of tilts his head a bit and just kind of whispers, or else. And then pushes you out of the line.
Alright then. I head off and I fly to South Kaer'ith.
Feeling
Not Kaer'ith. Not Kaer'ith. Fucking God. Why can't I name?
Got it right, though.
Wait, I got it right?
Bro, when he gets it right, he thinks he's wrong. That's actually incredible. Get brain cells, Elpis.
Wait, what did he get right? That he
Name
thought he
of
got
the
wrong?
place he's going to.
Which was? Sorry, I was busy writing something.
South Kaer'ith.
Okay, good.
Maybe don't write
You
next
can't forget
time.
the country.
Yeah, no, sorry. I guess I'll just, keep my bursts of inspiration away.
Yeah, exactly. Glad you understand, Dread. You should be plain and boring, like God intended. You're Texan, after all.
But you see, unfortunately, unlike most Texans, I have a heart and soul somehow.
That's honestly really debatable.
Okay, I have a heart, maybe not a soul
I
anymore.
was gonna say, like, that soul part,
Let's-
well...
I used
that
all of
one's
it
up
trying to heal up.
great.
I've been focusing too much.
Anyways, yeah. Leaving the cafe, feeling both threatened and oddly attracted to. You decide that now or never you should head off to Kaer'ith. You look at the map where you are, and based on Kaer'ith's location, and knowing that you probably shouldn't fly over Asylvius, from what you've heard, you decide instead to fly basically through the Origin Lagoon on the east side, fly over it into the Plateau of the Sun, curve left, and into Kaer'ith.
Alright then. Let's just follow that path.
Yep. Taking one last look at the place that first took you in since you arrived in this world. You're ready to finally set off. You've learned a lot from this place, magic and knowledge, as well as made a good amount of friends. Although it feels a bit odd to leave, considering this is the first place you've considered home, the first place you've experienced since you arrived here, you note that it's not going to get any easier if you stay here, and you're not going to get any better to achieving your goal. With that, extending your wings, you boost high into the sky. You know this is the first time you've ever flown this high. You can barely see the ground. The ground below you is like little specks. Looking at the map and aiming in the direction you're heading in, you take off. It's the first time you've ever flown so high, and feeling the wind on, your skin, the clouds close above you. It's very relaxing, you tell yourself. You've never flown really like this, so free before. You've only ever flown within the forest, or flown just above the Syntrax. You've never really flew. This is really flying. Although you thought you knew what it was like to fly before, because obviously you had wings, this experience definitely comes as a first to you. Really flying in the same way the birds above do. It's a very nice feeling, you tell yourself. You think you enjoy it. It feels fun. It feels free. You look up at the sun and know that it's probably around 9 p.m. If it takes about an afternoon to get there, you hope you should be able to arrive in Kaer'ith probably around 3 p.m. You soar through the sky.
Wait, you said it was 9 p.m.?
3 p.m.
Okay.
Sorry, I said it was 9 a.m. It should take you till 3
okay.
p.m. to get there. If you fly unimpeded.
Alright then.
You fly through the sky, seemingly nothing able to, nothing to really distract you. With only the sound of the breeze really, taking you in. You fly for maybe an hour or two, maybe even 3. Just unimpeded, really. It gets a bit boring. They are like, it just gets a bit boring, you admit to yourself, but you try to take in the joy of flying in the same way how people like driving. Although you do it so many times that it gets a bit boring, you try to find an enjoyment. You end up looking at the clouds. Until
enjoying the scenery.
Till eventually you know that there are some birds up here. Not many. There are some though. And although eventually you hear the sound of a large call, is the best way to describe it, from your right side. It sounds like a bird, but much more ethereal is the best way you could describe it to yourself.
How will that take if I went to go check it out?
It's not that far away, but it's hidden within the clouds.
You know what? I decide to get curious. I use stealth, and I decide to see what's up. Because I'm not trying to have another Syntrax situation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You activate, where is that?
Itself, right?
I,
I can just go invisible.
you mean
I
invisibility?
swear. Yes, invisibility. I just said stealth because,
You're
goddamn.
stupid?
Yes, I am stupid.
You cast
You didn't
invisibility.
educate me well enough.
You cast invisibility, well, more like you activate invisibility, and approach the sky. You burst through the cloud barrier and find a large flying mist, like red-colored bird. It's very hard to describe. It's peculiar. It's like it got this ethereal, like aurora borealis-like trail as it flies. Its body almost looks like it's wavering in the same way like the sky wavers when it's really hot outside. It's obviously there, but the most you can make out of it that's like really red and like bright colored, almost like a peacock based on the phoenix. It doesn't seem to see you, which tells you that its magic or whatever is likely smaller than yours. However, as you think
Can I pluck its wing? Not its wing. It's feather.
you can fucking try.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can try.
You slowly fly towards the bird. However, once you get within around 20 meters of it, it then squeals in the sky again and turns to face you. It can see through your invisibility. It was just ignoring you earlier.
Oh, okay.
It then opens its mouth and shoots a large ball of wind magic at you.
Okay. Can I use reflect?
I need to organize these better. Let's close that. Close that. Actually, let's not close that. Use reflect. Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna use reflect because I don't know. Does it have a tier of magic? That wind ball or no?
You wouldn't know.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I'm just gonna see if I can use reflect then.
You reflect the ball, and it smashes into the reflect screen and blasts back at the bird. The bird roars, and the ball just like basically disappears. You note that it costed you 85 mana to reflect it. And you note that reflect has
Damn.
is half the cost. And so if it costed you 100, so that spell was 170 magic, indicating to you that it was a greater spell. It doesn't seem to like fly fast. Whilst it's just kind of hovering while staring at you. It then shoots 3 small balls of air also at you in rapid succession.
Okay, then I try to maneuver around them.
You successfully move around using your wings to move around, and the beast is still kind of eyeing you. It seems to see you as more of an annoyance than anything else. It doesn't seem to be taking you seriously at all.
Alright then. Yeah, I just might as well just fly away. Then again, how long will this take me?
To fight it?
Yes.
Why the fuck would I know how long it takes?
Can always just escape back to my pocket dimension if things get bad, and then just pop right out to see if it's gone. Then again, it does see me as an annoyance, so I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can take it on.
Okay.
We make only good decisions here.
Yeah, only good decisions, guys.
Only good decisions.
Alright.
Oh, you cannot hear me?
Yes, I can.
Dread.
Oh. You start to fight it. How do you proceed?
First, I'm activate Realm of the False God. Yeah, God.
First thing you do is you activate your unique skill, Room of the False God. I should say your unique, yeah. You activate God's room,
Yeah.
and a massive box appears around you. You meet the moment the skill is active. You feel your mana starting to drain. With your current mana pool of around, we'll say, with minus the 85, which is 630, you can maybe maintain the room for 30 minutes, 6 minutes. We'll say 6 minutes.
Minutes? Okay. Make this quick. I'm seeing if I can strike it. I'm gonna command the room to strike it with lightning.
You command the room to strike it with lightning, but it doesn't respond.
Huh? I mean, earlier shocked the Syntrex.
Doesn't respond.
Only responds to commit.
The
Right.
beast then shoots a large tornado at you.
Okay, that's
The tornado seems
Alright,
completely
let's try it
unaffected by
again.
the room.
Okay. Oh. Okay, then that means it probably is stronger than me. Alright, then I deactivate the room.
You cancel Room of the False God. However, there's still a big-ass tornado barreling towards you.
Alright, then. I'm gonna see if I can reflect it again. And then make a break for it.
You activate Reflect, and it once again works. It costs you half the mana, which is about 80, and once again the beast just roars and immediately dissipates the spell. It's still just staring at you while flying in place, it seems to be looking at you like how you look at a bee when you try to swat it away, hoping it'll just go away.
Alright, then I just decide to leave it alone.
Deciding to leave.
It's a stronger than room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deciding
it's
to
stronger
leave
than room
whatever
defense.
this is alone. You leave. It doesn't follow you at all. In fact, the moment you leave the area, it just turns around and starts flying away. We continue on your journey to Sal Kaer'ith. As you continue, you fall back into the motion of enjoying flying through the skies. You come across a few high-flying birds, but not much else. You don't see one of those big-ass mystical birds again. As you fly, eventually, you notice the sun peeking over its zenith, beginning to sink down into the afternoon. You continue to fly for a bit. Drat, did you think Elpis just wasn't talking for the past hour?
Yes. Yes.
What the fuck?
What did you think I was doing?
I thought he was like communicating with you via telepathy or something. I don't know.
Did your dumbass not realize until an hour in that he was?
Yes.
Connor was having both sides of the
How?
conversation.
How? How did you
I was
think?
so zoned out. I was so zoned out until I actually thought about it, but it just didn't add up.
Your dumbass didn't realize?
Not until I like got back from space, metaphorically.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro! Really thought I was just Elpis, I was just talking to no one. You actually thought that.
It was so funny. You were just having a one-way conversation with yourself.
How did you not realize there was a problem? It's been an hour.
Well, you see, I just stopped like writing now, so I'm actually paying.
It's not hard to
attention now, just setting that
multitask,
up.
especially when the second task is literally listening to a voice. You
Exactly.
don't even have to register what he's saying. You have to register that he is something. It's like the simplest of tasks. If you can't
Doesn't
do
matter,
that,
don't
I
worry.
wonder how you watch YouTube videos while you do any sort of work. If
You know what's funny?
If you were watching music while doing homework and someone asked what music you're listening to, your response would probably be what music. And then the moment you stop doing your work, you're like, oh yeah, there's music.
You know what's funny? I'm listening to music, listening to Elpis and you talk, and reading, and I still kept up with all of that.
Fucking
And
hate
the
you.
judge is like,
It's not. It's not that difficult.
Well, yeah, no, it's just when I zone out, I zone out.
Sounds like a skill
I go
issue.
wild. That's all
I'm
I'm
just,
saying.
I'm doing
Don't
an
worry about it.
essay. Try and talk, like, I'm doing an essay trying to write memories, which I'm not very good at doing right now because I'm so focused on finishing this, and trying to make decisions, or, you
Why
know,
are you
somewhat.
doing an essay while doing lore?
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound
Because
like a
why
good
the
idea.
fuck not?
Because it makes
Man,
the
I
world
don't
less
know why you're
interesting and
doing
less
this,
exciting.
Elpis.
Because you're not thinking fully.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's called a logical thinking process.
You know what? I
Elpis.
have one page. I have one page left. I have
Out
one page
of?
left. Please.
Oh,
Okay.
one page left. I said you had the one page done. I was like,
No, hell no, no, fuck. I've been working on this shit all day.
How many
I
pages?
got one
may
page
I
left.
ask?
Think about 3, but I went over and made about like 4.
3.
I'm just trying to
supposed
finish
be
it
the
up at this point.
maximum?
Yeah, but you know, it's me, so I easily get distracted,
20-page
get
essay
called.
yesterday in 3 hours.
Yes, because that's fucking you.
It's not that hard, anyways. Yeah, back to the lore. You dread. Stop being a dumbass. Yeah. So you continue flying, and as the sun continues to begin to set, and the morning becomes afternoon, it is around 3 p.m. when the plateau of it's around 2:30 p.m. when the plateau of the sun comes into view. You note that it is very much very elevated off of the ocean, which explains to you more why all the trade has to come into Sawalonia. You notice the sharp, jagged edges of the plateau, and you start to descend a bit, so you can actually your vision isn't blinded by the clouds. You descend about halfway down and continue flying. You note that, like it says, most of the land is plains with some very tall trees. And there's a lot of beasts moving around too. Some bull-looking creatures, sheep-looking creatures. You do note one very interesting-looking creature that has like 4 massive thin legs that stretch like twice as high as trees. And their body is just they're all attached to a body which is basically just a flat disc. You fly over it and it seems to like almost be harvesting the sunlight. Like almost like a plant. Regardless, you pay not much attention to it and continue your way. You're basically now flying along the plateau of the sun, continuing down. You don't note any creatures, and note that this place seems a lot more peaceful than the Haldrados forest, especially after the Syntrex you encountered. After flying around another hour, it's around 4 o'clock, you finally see this. You finally see a massive city coming into view. It almost blows you away. You note that it was hard to see the full extent of Haldradia because it was completely surrounded by forests and protected by magical barriers. But this city, that's probably a part of Kaer'ith, is just insane. It's massive. Even though it's the middle of the day, it seems to shine even brighter than the sun. The walls pure white and yellows. Like, it looks to be made of entirely... It looks like a city made of marble and gold. There's a bunch of other purple and red, blue hues lining it to add some color. You note an absolutely massive-looking, multi-complex, cathedral-looking building sitting in the center of it all. And eventually you note on the other side of the city is a large gate, which you assume to be the entrance.
Right, then I just land near the entrance then. So, I mean, that's probably, one surefire way not to get shot down.
You land in front of the entrance. A lot of caravans and people getting admitted to entering the city.
Right. Yeah, as I said in line, I think about that giant bird I saw earlier and why whatever the Frost God did not work, despite working on the Syntrex and shocking it.
You note that it likely means that bird beast's likely even stronger than the Syntrex. And it was, in fact, just really toying with you. Regardless, as you think about it, you eventually reach the front of the line. The guard at the front, who seems to be a Sun Elf clad in armor, looks at you and just asks, "ID, please."
I show him my card.
You show him the adventurer's ID card, and he looks at it and says, "So you're a traveler from Sawalonia, huh?"
Yep.
He looks up and down at you and says, what business do you have here? And
Oh, I'm just coming early for the festival. Also, just looking around mostly.
he shrugs,
I'm kind of just exploring
he
the
shrugs.
place, so.
He kind of shrugs, accepting your reason, and he kind of like does like a salute, bows to you, and says, "Well, welcome to Sol Imperia."
Okay, thank you. Oh, also, one more thing. Is there an inn nearby, then?
He looks and says, "Sure, head down the main street. Take down the main street, past the first intersection, to the right. Keep going, and there's a bunch of inns down there. It's kind of the restaurant/inn section of the city."
Thank you.
You head down the busy intersection and note that this place, especially compared to Haldradia, is much more vibrant. Not just the colors of the city, but the people. Walonia, whilst having its fair share of humans and humanoids and monsters, it was still mostly wood elves with a good amount of sun elves. However, here, although sun elves are apparently the dominant population, you do note, obviously, there are more sun elves than anyone else. There is a much more diverse nature here. You see sun elf kids playing with, like, wood elf kids. You see human adventurers side by side with, like, merfolk adventurers. You see, like, all these different races mingling together, and it would even put the, like, decent amount of diversity that Haldradia and Sawalonia had to shame. It's very beautiful. The place, just kind of in general. You can see you walk through the busy streets, and it takes you aback. You can tell truly why this place is known as the Kingdom of the Sun. It really does carry that vibe perfectly. As you look up and notice...
Out of character, I'm slowly starting to realize that I may or may not have tried to fight a being that they probably worshipped.
We'll see. You continue to walk down, skipping the first intersection and heading right. You walk down the right and note the and eventually you find a large looking inn.
Right then, we open the door and enter in the inn.
Yeah, you enter the inn.
No, actually, no, I kicked down the door. No, yeah, definitely. Let me just do that. Yeah.
You enter the inn, and it surprises you. The outdoor of the inn almost looks to be made of stone, and as you enter the inn, it is massively different from what you experienced in Sawalonia. Sawalonia's inns had a very homey, cozy, wood-ish esque nature to them. They were very true to the wood elf architecture. However, this is like a whole different type. It feels to you like a mix between the standard medieval inn and a modern hotel. The floors are like marbled and tiled. The walls are also like seem to be like bricked and like professionally polished. There's a waiting room with couches. There's a receptionist. The area for breakfast reminds you a lot of the place you were in. And you notice some people there probably eating lunch. And, of course, a receptionist sitting at the front, who appears to be a male wood elf who is taking in some documents.
Alright, then I approach the receptionist.
Looks up at you and smiles and says, "How can I help you today, sir?"
Yes, I would like to have a room. Or at least... How long would a month be?
Huh?
How long would a month be for a room?
Oh, how long for a month? He looks... Oh, a month? Let me think for a second. The man says, he pulls out a little book and starts to do some calculations. Let me think. Jamal, how much did your 3 days cost?
3 days.
It's like 15.
Something like that. Yeah.
15 gold?
I mean,
No,
I got it for
silver.
a week. No, I think it was 15.
For a week? I honestly forget.
Well, I got it for 3 days, and then I got it for a week after. So I did both. One was at like the other city, and one was at Sol Imperia.
Yeah, I think Asobia was 15 silver, right? Actually, no, it would be, I think it was 7 silver. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Bought 3 days for, so let's just say 7 silver, and then you bought the week. Do you remember how long?
That was probably like 15.
Yeah, the 15 makes sense. Actually, I'll say a gold coin. Okay, bought.
Oh, a week is like a gold coin, so I think that's like. I mean, depending on.
Okay, anyways, yeah. He says a week. That'll be 3 gold and 10 silver.
Oh, seriously?
He said, yeah, we don't charge much for rooms here.
All right. Put 4 gold down then.
Okay, how much did your days cost, Elpis? Because you bought 3 days in. So you bought 3.
It was like.
You bought 3 days in the first city, which was Galdon. Did you buy another 3 days
Yeah.
or no?
Oh no, the first 3 days I think were free because Rowan,
Oh,
I
Rowan
think
covered
paid
it,
it for me.
yes.
I think. Yeah, they covered it.
And then
The second time, I think it was like a gold piece. I think.
for 3
I
days?
think so.
No, definitely not.
No, yeah, definitely not.
So did you buy 3 days in Haldradia as well?
3 days in Haldradia. Yeah, I bought. I know I bought 3 days in Haldradia.
Okay, so I'll just
And
write
then-
that down, yeah.
Yeah. I think I was given back some gold and silver, but I don't remember how much.
For 5 silver. I have to keep better track of coinage from now
Yeah,
on.
we gotta keep. Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, please
before we
write
just-
down your fucking purchases, please. Like, I'm trying to keep track of them as well, but it would benefit me if you actually wrote them down.
Then should I open that doc then to keep track of that shit then too?
No, just write it in your memories, and I'll keep track of it from there.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, yeah, well, we'll go ahead and just say you purchased 3 days, which is covered by Rowan, and then you got another 3 days, which was in Haldradia. Does that add up? Let me check the master lore. Okay, so Elpis, when do you arrive? Okay, so that's 1 day. It's 2 days. 3 days. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I might have missed a day, but that's fine. I just won't count that day. I just need to do a better job of keeping track of time from now on. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so
Try to keep a better track of time then too.
anyways, yeah. Okay, so you're currently okay. Anyways, yeah. He tells you it's gonna be. There we go. He tells you that 3 gold and 10 silver for the month.
Right, I just hand him 4 gold coins then.
You hand him 4 gold coins and he gives you back 10 with change.
All right.
Okay, you have 17 gold and 15 silver currently.
Okay. Thank you. I decide I'm gonna look around my surroundings before going out and exploring the town.
Yeah, you explore the hotel essentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna explore the hotel
Yeah, it's currently
and then
around,
explore the city.
It's currently around 4:30 p.m. You spend half an hour getting situated with the hotel. There appears to be a large cafeteria area for you to eat all meals. The room, you check out your room, and it's very nicely furnished. Almost, again, it almost reminds you of a modern hotel room without the technology. Check around a bit more, and eventually you feel ready to explore the rest of the city.
Alright, let's get to exploring.
You step outside of the hotel and take in the air, ready to explore a new country. You look at the busy intersection, and you can either go left, which would be back where you came, or right, continuing into the city.
I'm gonna go right.
You decide to head right. You decide to head right, away from where you came from. You head down right of the city, traveling for a while. You continue down till you reach an intersection. You can either continue forward, go left or right.
Continue forward.
Continue forward, and you know this very much feels like the residential district of Sol Imperia. You continue down the line. Yeah. You continue walking, seeing many houses, and we should eventually reach another intersection. You can either go left, right, or forward.
Left.
Deciding to then go left, you note that you continue to head down the path, and still noting that the large, massive cathedral-looking building sitting in the center of the entire city. You continue down left, and eventually reach another intersection. You can either go left again, right, or forward.
Forward.
Continue forward, still in the residential area, noting that there's definitely a lot of people who live here. You reach another intersection.
Yeah.
You reach another intersection, left, right, or forward.
Right.
Continuing towards the walls, you walk down this district, finding nothing of interest besides homes. You reach another intersection. You note that two more intersections. You can see and note that after two more intersections, you will reach the walls of the city.
Alright then, might as well. Probably head towards the cathedral then to see if there's anything interesting there.
Noting that you're a bit lost, admittedly, and just trapped in this maze of residential buildings, you turn around.
No, I'm not lost. I'm not lost. I'm just exploring. I'm just
turn
exploring.
around to face and begin walking towards the massive cathedral. Although, admittedly, it looks more like a complex than anything else. You approach and continue down. Eventually, as it takes you about 20 minutes to get there, and eventually you reach it. You know that there is a large, massive staircase leading up to the entrance.
Yes. Alright. Can I just fly? Can I just flap my wings up there?
Let me know. You can try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not going upstairs. I have wings for a reason.
You fly up the stairs and no one seems to care. You land at the top and you can enter if you want.
I'm just gonna answer.
You enter the massive cathedral complex, and you are in this absolutely massive room. The ceilings are incredibly tall, with light pouring in from all directions. There's stained glass and depictions of holy beings, and it seems like basically a massive receptionist / waiting room. In the center sits a large statue of a god that you can't recognize. And around that statue is a large, 360 desk where receptionists are taking questions and whatnot.
I decided to approach the receptionist and ask what this place is. Basically, all about.
You approach the receptionist and ask where you. She looks at you and says, "You are in the Pantheon of the Sun."
I don't want to be rude, but who is that?
Did you just ask who is that?
Yes, I don't. Like what? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna ask what is that.
Please explain.
I'm actually.
You do know the difference between who, what, when, where, and why, right?
I do. Yes. Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you? Anyways, yeah. He asks, what is that? She looks at your demeanor and kind of asks, are you a traveler?
Yeah? Ambience.
Okay. You're cringe. No one loves you.
Alright. Alright then. I'm right back. Yeah, yeah, you know, that's a good question. Alright, let's go.
She asks if you're a traveler.
Yes, I am a traveler. I just arrived here.
She goes, that makes sense. She explains, well, you see, right now you're in the Pantheon of the Sun, a massive multi-cathedral / castle / amphitheater / a bunch of other things, really, complex that sits in the capital of Kaer'ith, the city you're currently in, Sol Imperia. We have countless facilities here, libraries, research facilities, cathedrals, offices, workspaces, really anything you can imagine, which is why it's so big.
Damn, really?
She nods. She says, in fact, the second biggest library in all of Elvania sits here in Sol Imperia, only outclassed by the Bibliovania in Salivictus.
Alright then.
She explains that
if you don't mind me asking, do you know what is inside the library?
She says, oh, really anything. We collect books all across the world. If you're looking for any kind of general information, our library is one of the best in the world to come to. That is accessible to everyone, unlike the Bibliovania and Salivictus.
Do you have any geological, like, books about the area, mostly?
So, did you say geological, Elpis?
Yes, okay, fuck off.
She looks at you and asks, do you mean geographical, sir?
Yes.
She says, of course, there really isn't any type of book we don't have.
Okay, that's good. Alright.
She says,
thank you for the information.
She says, yes, and if you'd like to check out the library, she points to her left, which is your right. Just take the elevator there up to the 3rd floor.
Well, I am staying here until the festival starts, so there's no rush. I can...
She says, of course.
Probably gonna come back. I'm probably gonna come back here later then.
She says, I hope you enjoy your stay.
Alright.
You bid her
So I have to walk out of the cathedral.
Yeah. You walk out of the cathedral, asking a book about geography and then not checking out the books on geography.
Because I have all day. I have 30 days. There's no rush.
He says, like he has anything better to do.
What time is it canonically?
It's like 5.
AM or PM?
AM, guys, obviously. He's in the Pantheon of the Sun, the middle of the fucking night. Jamal, stop being stupid.
I'd break in there, for free books.
Wanna bet? Do it.
No.
Alright, I'm
Pull up right now.
I'm changing down to killing
Pull up right now.
logs. You broke into the Pantheon of the Sun and was smited by the High Priest of the Sun. Congratulations.
Mandias himself came down.
That's 2 deaths for Jamal.
That's not...
2?
Right,
when did he die?
Okay, I didn't actually die. Connie just kills me randomly.
Yeah, he's died acanonically twice now. Congratulations.
Oh my fucking god.
Anyways, yeah. You decide to, despite asking on a book of geography, you decide not to check it out anyways and explore the city more, I guess.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because the argument that you have all day would just mean you can read it anyways.
I have all month, actually, too.
But you also don't have anything else to do with your time, but I guess.
Hey, you might not know.
Name one thing. You don't even know. Like...
I can always get new equipment, for
you don't know where the fuck to go.
And that's why we're exploring the area.
You can also just ask, but if you want to do it the hard way, I suppose.
You see, I'm a pull a Jamal here.
Yeah, no, literally pulling a Jamal.
I'm gonna probably run into him.
Well, unlike Jamal, unlike Jamal, you just do it because it's funny. Jamal does it because you have massive social anxiety, even when talking to literal NPCs.
Fucking dumbass.
Bro, I just forgot. It wasn't like...
You forgot to talk,
You
okay.
why you forgot? Because your selective hearing heard social interaction and was like, no.
No. God. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just keep wandering around.
Mm-hmm.
See if I could fucking find anyone.
Mm-hmm. You walk around the
Alright.
city, and obviously you note a lot of residents, sun elves, walking around.
Alright then. Might as well see if I can find a market then.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna ask someone to see if there's a market around.
Uh-huh. You walk
Do
up to one of the
something that you walk
locals,
in.
and he asks if he can help you.
Yeah, do you know where a market is?
He says, the marketplace? Oh, sure. He asks if you have a map of the city.
No.
He says, oh, well, that'll make things a bit more difficult then.
Oh.
He explains that, well, basically, the Sol Imperium is divided into districts. Most of the eastern side is the residential district. Along the main road in the center is the guilds. On the northwestern side is the artisan buildings, and the southwestern side is all the markets, as well as the training field, which is in between the two.
Oh, training field?
He said, yeah, for people to practice swordsmanship and whatnot.
That could be useful. Okay. Good to know. Alright, thank you for the directions.
He nods.
Alright. Gonna head to the market then.
Following his directions, you head over, and after about 15 minutes of walking, you eventually reach the marketplace. It's very bustling. It reminds you almost of a bazaar in a way. There's many open stalls. There's also a bunch of inn buildings, shops as well. It's very lively, and there's like basically any amount of different types of like different goods are being sold here. Probably based on what you're seeing, you imagine that there really isn't a type of good you couldn't find here.
Alright then. Might as well look for... You might as well just look for things to help me, I guess.
Walking down the first street of the bazaar, you note the many stalls. Many of them are selling food. Some of them are selling fresh food, like ingredients. Some are selling like food on the stand. You walk. You note some people selling jewelry. Some people selling like other goods. Nothing particularly catches your eye though, unless you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Continue down until you reach an intersection of the market. To the left, you note goes back to the main road of the city, and out of the marketplace. You continue down forward to the right.
Alright. The right it is.
You decide to head right and continue deeper into the marketplace. The stalls still continue, many fruit stalls and whatnot. You also look at the building stores. Many of them seem to be more general purpose stores. Some selling clothing and whatnot. There even seem to be some restaurants mixed into the markets. And you keep walking, but don't come up with anything of interest. And you reach another intersection. You can either go left or forward deeper into the market, or head right, which brings you out of the market.
Alright, and... Okay, what the hell happened there? Okay.
Hmm?
I almost just lost power. It just went back on.
Jesus.
Okay, that was...
PA moment.
Very much a PA moment. Alright then. Fine, I'm
And
just
then
gonna head
also
out.
lose power.
Okay, well, that's also Ohio.
That is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's a great.
yeah, there was a electrical thing. I don't know.
What she means is the giant skelly in the sky broke the power lines.
Something like that, sure.
Something along those lines.
It's Ohio. Anything's possible.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna head out marketplace.
To the right?
Yep, to the right.
You're just gonna leave after being here for like
Yes.
10 minutes?
Yes.
For someone who claims he has
As
all
you-
day, you seem to be in a rush to like explore really quickly.
Yeah.
You head back right and don't find anything interesting on the way out. Congratulations, you wasted your time.
Yay. Alright then. What does the Adventurer Guild... the Adventurers Guild look like over there then?
I mean, you have to go find it.
Exactly. Might as well go find that.
Uh-huh. Deciding, after wasting roughly 25 minutes of your time exploring the marketplace, not even exploring the marketplace, like barely grazing it for no reason whatsoever, but getting so impatient you leave immediately after, wasting time completely and making illogical decisions along the entire route, you decide to instead visit the Adventurers Guild, because you are a loser. You walk along the roads, and eventually you arrive at the main road and recall that the local told you that all the guilds are, that all the guilds really lie along these part of the city. You walk through the main road and eventually come across the Adventurers Guild. In terms of symbolism, it basically reminds you of this Adventurers Guild you are used to. However, the main thing that makes it different is the materials it's made out of.
I see. I decided to head in to see what it looks like. Unless it's the same there.
The layout of the guild is generally the same, which makes you assume that, like, the guilds maybe have some sort of specific design they require when building a new guild. The only difference here, of course, is the materials, which definitely reflect the color palette of Sol Imperia.
I see. Yeah, someone stole a pack of batteries for no reason at all.
What the fuck happens in your house?
I don't fucking know!
I'm starting to think the stupidity is just, if your stupidity is just hereditary and you just unwillingly accepted it from, like, your parents.
No, it's more or less my siblings have to
So
deal
they
with.
so they all inherited the stupidity from your parents.
And my sister is pretty smart.
So she happened to get the recessive genes then. Anyways, you ready to continue?
Hey, at least I'm not fucking constantly getting fucking D's. And then an F, and then having to take fucking summer school.
But don't, I mean, C's aren't better, Elpis.
C's aren't better, yes, but at least I get them less now. Like, a lot less.
Are we gonna continue now?
Yes.
Okay. You're now in the Adventurers Guild.
Alright then. Decided to go up to the receptionist.
You go up to the receptionist, and she looks at you, and seems to, like, almost, like, look a little surprised. Before, stuttering, oh, sorry, how can I help you today, sir?
Okay, that's weird. See. So with all the guild halls basically the same then over here as in every other place?
She looks at you and asks...
I mean, in terms of service and stuff.
She looks at you... Are you asking her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, oh, yeah, the guild's organization requires a specific design for all guilds. So we have to follow that. The only thing we're not restricted on is types of materials.
Oh. That's interesting. Alright then. Leave. Sorry, what? Okay. Well, don't mean to pry, but you looked confused when I approached you.
She shakes her hands like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's just, well, we don't see many fallen angels around here, and one had recently also arrived here in Sol Imperia as a traveler, and it's an interesting coincidence. Of the demons we get here in the capital, I guess you could say fallen angels aren't one of them."
Hmm. That's interesting.
She says, "Yeah, I didn't mean to make that look rude. Sorry, it was just a bit surprising, is all."
Oh no, it's fine. Alright then. Or what time is it over there then?
6:30, 7.
Alright, yeah, I'm probably gonna head back to the inn then.
Mm-hmm.
I did flying, walking around,
Yeah.
not doing much. I might as well just go right back to the guild and get something to eat.
You mean the inn?
The end, yes, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
You can tell that I'm fried more than usual.
You always are. Shut up.
Okay, but not like today.
Shut up. Anyways, you return to the inn, and however, as you walk back to the inn, as you walk through the bustling streets, however, you hear the sound of a man calling out to you from behind you. It seems to be directed towards you, at least.
I look around to see where that voice is.
You see a somewhat tall looking demon walking towards you. When he sees your face, as he walks towards you, he looks surprised and says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see your face. I thought you were someone I knew. My apologies."
It's fine. Wait. Who? Was it the? Was it the other fallen angel then around here then?
He looks around and says,
Or-
he says, yeah, sorry, there aren't many fallen angels around here, and I had recently met one, and because I couldn't see your face, I only really saw your wings. I kind of thought you were him and wanted to say hi. I'm sorry, didn't mean to.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm guessing he's, well, around here a lot then too.
Said, yeah, I'm staying. Which inn are you staying at, if I may ask?
The one that looks like a very fancy place.
He looks at you and says, "Well,
I don't think I got the name. I don't think I don't think I got the name of it. Can I point to it? Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna point over there.
Yeah, you point over to where the hotel is. He says, "Oh, that one. Yeah, I am. There are lots of hotels here. Mine is on the next intersection over. There's another hotel there that I'm staying at."
I'm guessing he's also staying there with you too.
The guy nods. Yeah, he recently showed up. Apparently he was a traveler. He's a traveler as well. Judging on your appearance, I kind of take that as well. I first met him, and well, because he caught my eye because, you know, he's a fellow demon, but also we just don't see fallen angels around these parts, I guess. He seems interesting enough, if not a bit untalkative. I say that, but I feel like he just doesn't know how to talk to people. Like, really doesn't know how to talk to people. Don't tell him I said that, though.
It's fine. I know someone
this
who
betrayal.
doesn't know how to talk to people too.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not, that's not my fault. You're stuck at interacting with actual NPCs. Bro can't have a conversation with an NPC. How sad is that?
You know, that's regardless.
It's like when you, I think the fact that doesn't give you a hint about your social anxiety, I don't know what will. Like.
All right then.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Well, I'm sorry to waste your time. I'll be going now."
No, wait. Actually, I'm kind of curious now.
He says, "Oh, in what way?"
About the other fallen angel, since I don't think I have seen that many demons around.
He said, "Yeah, Sol Imperium's got a few. I have a friend group in the area that is also Is also following. Why do you swap between Discord mobile and PC like every like minute?
Oh, because they're both on.
Why?
Yes.
Because half the time I can hear my voice echoing through your mic. Half the time I don't.
Hold on, let me just. Alright, there you go.
Anyways, yeah. He said, "Oh, yeah. See, there's a weird. I have a great friend group of demons. I was returning to the hotel and I noticed he had checked in, and I was like, oh, I was surprised to see him. So we met up. We talked for a bit. We've been talking recently every day, just about things we did. Seems very reclusive. He's a shitty people person. I'll say that much. But he seems to mean well. He talks weird, I have to admit. He talks like someone who hasn't talked to people before. And however, he does said he's had bad insomnia and can't really remember anything past, I think, about a little over a week ago, which must suck. He doesn't even remember how to go back to the demon realm.
I might be in the same situation as he is.
The guy looks at you with surprise and says, "Really?"
Yeah.
That's weird. He shakes his head and then says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I didn't have to introduce myself."
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You know.
I mean, when I woke up, I went into a forest and had to fight a Syntrax.
He looks at you, squints, and then is like, "Oh, you're the fallen angel who worked with the wood elf to kill the Syntrax." He said, "Yeah, it was all over the fucking elf news. That Syntrax had appeared off the outskirts of the Haldrados forest, and a famous wood elf general and a fallen angel had defeated it." So that's you. That's wild. I assumed you're traveling here then?
Yeah, might as well.
He said,
I'm
"Well."
kind of exploring everywhere I can.
The demon laughs and says, "We really do live in a small world." He introduces himself as Merkoth. He says he's a demon who's been living here for a while now.
Nice to meet you, Merkoth. I'm Elpis.
He snickers a bit at the name before not saying anything about it.
Hey, you're the second person to do that.
He says, "Well,
And again.
it was a little funny." He says.
Yeah, that's fair.
He says, "Anyways, nice to meet you, Elpis. If you ever want to talk or maybe get to know more demons in the area, you know the hotel." He points out to it again.
Which is that demon still in the demon you mentioned to me before in that inn?
He shrugs and says, "I doubt it. He's the moment the sun rises, he is out and gone for majority of the day. I'm only barely able to catch him sometimes in the morning. He comes down. He actually has a dog. It's an elf dog. Yeah. He comes down, feeds his dog, feeds himself, and then leaves. And I don't see him till like anywhere from late evening to when the sun's almost set, all the way to like I haven't seen. Sometimes I don't even see him come back. Sometimes I'm pretty sure he gets back like past midnight. So I doubt he's here now. And I have no idea when he'll be back. Sorry."
All right, then I'll wait. I mean, most
Yo,
of the
wait,
time,
I'm gonna ask for an address.
I'm gonna ask for your address. I'm gonna fucking dox you.
You already did, to be fair.
To be fair, but he doesn't know that yet. Damn. Yeah, might as. Could I come back to the end with you then?
He says, "Oh, sure."
I decide to walk and talk with him then. Till we get to that inn he's staying at. Also, am I not flickering between...
You're not now. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You decide to follow him back, and he says, "Yeah. So he looks at you and says, "So, did you really defeat that Syntrax?"
Well, no. Technically, I didn't. I mean, I did somewhat contribute to it. It looked like I did do some damage to it at least. I was able to peel some of its skin off, but yeah. Roland did the rest, along with his party.
He said, "Oh, the Wood Elf General Roland. Yeah, I've heard about him. Powerful Wood Elf, people say. So, I mean, even then, being able to take on a Syntrex is still very impressive. Enough to get you in the elf news, apparently. He asked, so I
Interesting.
assume up till now you've been staying in Sawalonia?
Mm-hmm.
How was it, if I may ask? I've never been there.
Really, honestly, really beautiful. I love the place.
He nods and says, I might visit one day. As he says that, you kind of approach the inn. You walk inside the inn, and, yeah. Hold on, let me find the music.
I can watch.
Yeah. Oh, he said the thing. That's crazy.
I said the line, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, you enter the inn, and it's very similar to the one you were in. You assume that there might be some sort of company, or maybe that hotels here just look similar. He motions you to take a seat and says that they're currently serving dinner if you want to grab something.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go grab some food.
Mm-hmm. You grab some food and eat with him. He notes that the dinner here does cost money.
Oh, that's fine.
He said, yeah, it should be 7 silver, he says.
7 silver? Okay. I can pay that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pay the 7
Wait,
silver and grab a good meal.
Sorry.
And eventually you eat up, and it's probably around 8 right now. Sun's starting to set, and yeah. And as you finish eating, suddenly Marikoth stands up and goes, shit, I forgot that I had errands to run today. I have to go pick some stuff up before the marketplace closes.
Get lost.
Hmm?
Oh, I said don't get lost.
Yeah, he said, yeah, sorry. You can wait here. You can wait here. I'm not sure when he'll be back, though. So, we'll see, I guess. He waves goodbye and quickly runs out the door. You're left sitting there alone in the dining room. There are a few people who are, there.
Alright then.
Mm-hmm. You sit there.
Decide. Yeah, I just decided to sit there. Kind of rest my head a bit.
Yeah. Waiting for whoever this is to, whoever this new fallen angel is to return. You kind of, sit there for, I'd say an hour. Let me read something. Yeah. You sit there and wait for an hour and there's still nothing. And then wait another hour. You want to continue waiting or do something else?
I'll just keep waiting. In fact, I'm probably just going to meditate then.
You try to meditate, but after the moment you get into it, you hear Marikoth say, returning. Your meditation wavers away, and Marikoth comes back with a bag full of goods. He says that he's gonna go drop it off in his room and then come back down.
Alright then.
You go up, and you go upstairs. He goes upstairs to his room, drops stuff back, comes back down in 10 minutes. Probably around 10. Marikoth sits next to you and kind of just looks at you and says, well, he's normally back around this time, but it's hard to say. Sometimes I see him back at 8, sometimes I see him back at 12. It's guesswork, really. Yeah.
Just sounds like a very disorganized person.
He looks at you and says, yeah, you could say that. Although he is a visitor, so I guess he's just kind of jumping around. Marikoth kind of looks at you and says, by the way,
That's fair.
when you meet him, do you know he's going to act weird? And it takes a bit to get used to his speech patterns. He talks very conservatively. It's like he doesn't like wasting words on sentences almost. He tends to almost talk in fragments. It's hard to describe. It's really weird. It's almost like I don't want to be rude and ask him, but it really just does feel like he doesn't like talking to people at all. I mean, although at first I didn't even want to interrupt him. It almost felt like I was being rude, but he He seemed like he didn't mind. It's just like his tone. It seemed like he was trying to intentionally force a different type of voice to sound different. I don't know. It's hard to describe. He's an individual, all right. I mean, I think it's because he doesn't remind me of demons I know. I'm not saying I've met a few fallen angels in my time, and they were all, I guess, more like you. You know, normal. He's
I guess that's fair.
stick up his ass. I think is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Like he uses.
Yeah, I definitely know someone like that.
He uses weird words. He says unnecessary parts to things. He transitions sentences really weirdly too. It's just I don't know. He's not a bad guy though. It's just his speech pattern is really hard to get used to.
Ooh, that's repeated.
You know, it's just yeah. Just don't try not to judge him too much. I think between you and me, I think he might be a bit slow in the head, but yeah, because it's just like it also feels like he processes sentences slowly, like it takes him a bit for information to come in and out.
I'm disliking.
Yeah. Don't worry, I kind of knew someone like that.
He kind of nods.
Despite not having much of my memories, I do remember a few things.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah. He says he talks, and eventually, you hear the door open to the hotel. Marikoth turns around, and you see, for the first time since you arrived, another fallen angel walking into the room. You immediately analyze his whole demeanor. He's got this grayish, not grayish, white-looking hair. He's got this coat. Reminds you kind of like of those like detective shows you used to watch, where they got like that colorful attire. He's got this mage cloak on.
Like leather coat.
Yeah. It looks like he has this mage's coat on that you recognize from the Mages Guild. Some other accessories on, and of course the elf dog, I should say, the elf dog that Marikoth mentioned. He walks in, and Marikoth quickly walks up. You stay seated, decidingly, and he doesn't notice your presence at first. Marikoth greets him, and suddenly the perspective shifts.
I guess I'll walk up to Markoth, say hello, greet him.
Marikoth says hi and asks how your day had been.
It's been fine, investigating some alchemy, investigating some new potions and spells. It actually went way better than before. Seems kind of interesting. I've never seen or heard of anything like this before. I might want to look into it more. How's been your day?
Marikoth nods, like, oh, actually, something really interesting happened. So, you know how I mentioned, I think a day or two ago, about, the thing I read in the elf news about a fallen angel and one of the wood elf generals defeating a Syntrex, one of the apex predators on this continent?
Yep.
He then, directs you to the table at the dining, and the person you didn't notice until now is sitting there. And he says, well, turns out he's a traveler similar to you, and get this, he also has some weird insomnia going on. He recently arrived here, and I'd met him when he was returning to his inn, and I told him about you and said he wanted to meet. You look at the fallen angel sitting at the fellow fallen angel sitting at the table. Unlike you, he has dark skin, black hair, basically opposite of you. He has these very long black robes with some gold linings on it, blues running through it with gold emblems. He's got this bracer-looking accessory, likely a magic accessory, and just like you, of course, long wings, long angel's wings. It's the only thing that you really notice is similar to you. He's sitting there patiently, and when he notices you notice him, he kind of waves. Marikoth says, Marikoth kind of takes your hand and walks you over to the table. You sit down, And Marikoth looks at you. Mr. Marikoth, and then Marikoth looks at the man, and suddenly the perspective shifts to the whole group. You both look at Marikoth, and Marikoth says, let me introduce you, Elpis. This is Killian. Killian, this is Elpis.
Greetings, Elpis. That name, feels familiar to me.
In what way?
I used to know a guy named Elpis. It wasn't that long ago, but it's long. It's long enough. Been over a year.
I kind of just smile there. So do you?
Yeah, it was back when I went by another name.
Marikoth just kind of looks at the conversation, intrigued. He says, "Well, since you both have insomnia, it's possible that maybe you two knew each other back in the demon realm."
Maybe. I do not remember much. Yeah, I guess like 2 weeks ago. It's like the latest, maybe a week. Man, I've been losing track of time.
He says, "Yeah, I guess
When
that
said
could
him?
happen." Marikoth says, "Well, admittedly, it is getting late, and I have work tomorrow. So, I'll let you two talk. I gotta go to sleep early, though."
Well, I do.
Marikoth waves goodbye to both of you, and as the night falls and the dining room clears, it is now just you two alone in the dining room.
So, a syntax, you say?
Yeah, Syntrax.
Without insomnia, with insomnia, you say. Okay. Well, you see, I found myself in the Finchen Desert, with this insomnia. Where did you find yourself?
What? And I'm guessing about a few weeks ago then? Like you?
Elpis is a very eccentric.
It's been a week, guys. Come on.
It's been a week.
Like
It's been a week.
Not a couple weeks. It's been a week. Like, don't over exaggerate time here, guys. Like,
I'm sorry.
It's been so long.
It's been
so long, man. Like it's been so long.
It's been a
for,
week.
like,
It's been a week.
I mean, like we've been doing this for how many weeks, right?
It's been 2 weeks for Burb, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fair.
How does Bird pass so much time?
Because
Okay.
she's gross.
Because they're fucking cracked.
I mean, hey, Burb didn't control a country though, so.
Yeah, so
Burb
yeah,
also
I mean,
killed
like,
a Leviathan, so.
So yeah.
I killed Torbjorn though. I'm
Killed
cool.
Torbjorn.
No.
Yeah, literally. Anyways.
The name Elpis
I'm guessing
is...
you.
Oh, sorry, go on.
So I'm guessing a week ago then, like you said.
Yeah.
Like me.
Around, yeah. Seems so. Curious. Did you happen to remember a little something before arriving? You see, I remember a weird room. I mean, it almost feels like a dream, really. I met this person.
Man who speaks a different accent. Awkward was talking to people. Sounds like a lot. Not a lot of people I know, but this one certain person I knew.
What's their name?
And you said a dream about a room.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. Feels similar. Maybe this insomnia thing is more widespread. I mean, before, I lost all memory or something. I feel like there was a room where I was talking to someone. It's weird. I don't know if that works with the rules of this
Crazy fucking
place,
coincidence. So did I.
crazy. I mean, I feel like I kind of felt like I had control over stuff. Like I could choose.
Okay, drop
like,
the fucking
skills
act.
even. Crazy. What?
Drop the fucking act.
I do not know what you mean. What do you mean by that?
A name you know. Ever since I came to this world, no one has known the name Elpis at all.
Yeah, it is. You could say it's not from this world, maybe. You know who I am?
Dude's like.
If I had to take a very wild guess, I'm gonna guess that you're not from this world.
Yeah. I guess I'm not.
You're the same like me then.
Ah, I adopted another name. It seems that if you're not from this world, you kind of kept yours.
That's a that's a name Muhammad ring a bell? Or Mo?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, it is you. Of course it fucking is. Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
Okay, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean it's me and you? Okay. I was kind
Okay,
of
that's.
playful with the idea. Are you actually from the human realm?
I'm from Earth, yes.
Oh God. I don't know what this means.
You both sit there in shock. The only thing pacing through your mind is what now? You had believed that this god had brought you here alone to make things interesting. However, the dots, only a fool wouldn't be able to connect them. You both were brought here at the same time, experienced the same god, experienced the same transition. You both died. You both came here. You are both trapped in this world of Althvinhaim. The thought is spiraling in your head as you both struggle to maintain your composure. You are looking at, and not only that, the coincidence of the other person being brought to this world being someone you knew, someone you were actually friends with, someone you went to school with, someone who you considered part of your friend group for over a decade, is sitting there in front of you. And now, honestly, the only question besides holy shit in your mind is, are we alone?
Wait, so you chose your skills. You chose your race. I'm assuming you chose.
My skill, race, magic.
You met a god, right? Said he was bored.
Yeah.
Oh God. How many are like that? How many are there?
A coincidence, right? This isn't a coincidence.
Well, I mean,
It cannot be a coincidence. Yes, it
it
is,
feels
but
like what's something that only the real Elpis would know? Something that only in the
being
human realm.
insulted by Asylvius 24/7.
Ah, Sylvius. It's been so long. I've not caught up with him. Uh, Those were good times.
God,
Yeah.
it would be terrible if he came here too.
Could you imagine? We'd be so
Could
screwed.
you imagine? Wow. Could you? Hey, Dredd, could you imagine that?
I couldn't imagine that personally. I don't think I could. I'm not on that level.
Yeah, Dredd, I guess not. That's crazy. Anyways.
What do you think he'd reincarnate into? Succubus? Or incubus, maybe.
Wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, he technically was a succubus, even he was a human. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Well, in the human realm, what prompted you to come here? I was shot. I was dead. The timing.
I would say it would be isekai. You know, the common way to be isekai.
You got hit by a
Yes,
truck.
I got hit by a truck.
That's kind of funny though.
Fuck you.
Imagine being told that like you ran over, then you just like responds. It was kind of funny though. It's kind of hilarious though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but like, kidding.
You're not making this better for yourself.
No need. I'm kidding. Okay. But no, since we're both here, right, and we have the same experience, do you think? I mean, the probability is that there's other people like us. I mean, us too. We're the people who know each other. That's so random. Maybe there's people before us even. I mean, I can't really imagine the possibilities.
I see. Okay.
You
Out of curiosity.
You
Check on?
both sit there lost in the thought. It's overwhelming to both of you. Your thoughts are completely overloaded, clouded. On one hand, you want to cry. On one hand, despite, despite the friendship you had, right? Despite, like, the trolling, like jokingly mean relationship you had, the simple fact that you are no longer alone in this world overwhelms your mind. The thought that there is someone here who knows what you're going through, who knows the shock and the borderline trauma of waking up in this new world and being literally attacked by monsters beyond your understanding. It it really overwhelms you, and you both are just stuck there thinking about just what is happening. Because when you arrived in this world, although you were confused, roughly speaking, you understood. You died. You were reincarnated by a god who was bored. Okay, there's different universes. Sure. With gods, sure. They gave you magic. Okay, magic is real in this world. Sure, makes sense to me, right? And you get brought into this world, and although you don't fully understand why or who brought you here, you generally understand the overview of it. It made sense to you, even on a fantastical level. It made sense, and that has just been shattered. Because if you were alone, at the very least, the intentions of a god make sense. But the fact that you have discovered someone like you, who you knew on a friendship, personal level, has completely shattered your acceptance of what has happened to you and why you are in Althvinhaim.
Okay. Okay, so there are people like us. They're across, and I'm gonna guess that they have the same amnesia experience as us, where they're gonna lie because maybe they don't.
Oh shit. Okay, I think I might have fucked up.
Yeah.
How would you feel if I told a local of this world that our world existed?
Is that a bad thing? I don't really know. I mean, it's gotta be a bad thing. I mean, I feel like without people knowing, we don't really bring attention to ourselves.
He's
I mean, at least so far.
dragging the entire attention of the Adventurers Guild by simply showing his skills.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be in this world too long anyways. In fact, I know other people are here. So,
is there a way to
leave?
I mean, maybe we could ask the god to return us.
Well, I think the god of this world, the main god, not all the other ones. Daedalus, right? No, my brain is not braining.
I researched this. Daedalus is the human god, so.
Yeah, no, sorry, obviously you know me. This is still unbelievable.
I mean, there are a lot of gods. Do you know which one actually brought us here? Maybe we could ask him to send us back. I mean, it'd be easy.
Met a person that might have known in exchange for telling them that we exist. Could have been the god of war or the god of chaos.
It could have. I've not gotten that far. I only know of a few gods, really. I mean, the main three, Seraphiel, Daedalus, and
have you heard of the primordial god yet?
What? No, I've not.
Okay. I think there might be a way back home.
Go on.
Well, most of the skills here, at least I think about the summoning skills. Yeah, most of the summoning skills here are based off of our world's animals. Including, I think the ultimate summoning skills are based off of the Greek mythology. Meaning, in 4,000 years ago, he apparently just appeared. Meaning that there's one of two possibilities. One, he peered into our world and stole stuff from there, basically copywriting our whole fucking world. Now thinking about it, what if we could do this, actually? Or number two, he is our world, somehow crossed through dimensions, created his own, and now we're here.
Do you think the other gods are aware of this, or is this some kind of like backhanded thing?
They have to be, at least one of them, unless we want to be brought here.
If there's only an easy way to get in contact, maybe the Sunstar Festival? maybe we can like get in contact.
Apparently, there's a meeting about. A meeting about the supreme entities who are mostly the closest to the gods. And what I'm gonna do is, well, sounds honestly ridiculous, but I'm gonna become a supreme entity.
Hmm. Is that possible? What really defines?
I mean,
it, really?
I think a human was able to become a supreme entity. So why not a fallen angel?
Oh, okay.
All I have to do is get strong enough to get an apex skill.
Hmm.
Which sounds easy on paper,
Yeah.
but isn't.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. Okay. Wait. Actually, wait. We should stick together. Okay. Hear me out. We could probably find more people who are like us, right? Maybe like make a list of everyone who has like amnesia from the day. If it's a week ago, and we memorize that day, we meet anyone, maybe we can like, I don't know, like put some sort of like coordination, maybe like some messaging system or whatever, like keep in touch in order to like I guess like deal with this or cope with this, maybe like find a solution, because if one of us figures it out, we don't want to like have to find everyone else.
Yeah, but I don't think everyone's willing to come back home or back to Earth or find a way back to Earth.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it is.
I mean,
it's
you
been kinda
probably
nice here
won't,
outside.
but yeah, you probably won't anyways.
I mean, I got
I'm-
shot in the game realm.
I just want to go back home to my wife.
Oh,
That's it.
that makes sense. Although, yeah, that's fair. I do think that if we were gonna try my idea, though, it might be hard because it seems that we were not born in the same place, or I guess like, we did not awaken in the same place. I guess so. Maybe they could be scattered across the continents.
Well, I'm planning on staying here for a little while, mostly because I want to just explore everything I can.
Oh, you want to? Okay. Well, I mean, the library is really nice. This place is full of information. Just
Okay, how about this? How about we both stay here until the festival starts, and once it ends, we leave.
Oh, I got a trip to Althvinhaim tomorrow. Maybe I can delay it. I have to go check in with them though, in order to do that. Deafens.
Deafens. You couldn't believe it.
Why deafening though? Why not just mute?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't think you can delay it for that long. At that point, you're just gonna have to cancel it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I still intend to go on it.
If you cancel it, it's a
maybe-
you recall that if you cancel it, it's a full refund.
There is still a fee. Yeah.
No, it's a full refund. You don't.
Oh, it's a full refund. Okay. Well, yeah. Then I just have to contact them prior, probably.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
But
maybe
this
you could.
Can't be a coincidence at all. The fact that you're here could possibly, prove the fact that others are here too, and if not just others, our entire friend group. If that's
Maybe-
the case.
I mean, that's a little much speculation, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah, that's a bit of much speculations, but I mean, the fact that you're here.
maybe they just hate East Coast.
Then again, it could just be me being a dumbass again, like I did like I was on Earth.
I mean, yeah, but like, I didn't do anything to end up here. I was at like a protest. It got violent.
Okay, no,
I
that
paid
just
the
sounds like a
fine.
dumbass. That just confirms that is you. You dumbass. Why would you be violent at a protest?
I wasn't violent. Other people were. I was trying to stop you from getting hurt.
Oh wow, and how did that end up?
Well, now I'm here, so.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to you?
Bro is texting and driving.
Easy.
Ain't no way. Bro became a part of the PSAs you learned in health class. Ain't no way.
Well, I was just driving, and
Are
I
you a
wasn't
bad
looking
driver?
where I was going.
Okay, so you are a bad driver.
God fucking damn it.
Okay. Well, at least there's no cars here, so that won't be a repeat. At least as far
Oh
as
yeah, the person I was told about this world, I believe her name was Elena? Elena? Elena, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Okay. That
Yeah,
seems
I told her
like
about
someone I do not
basically
know.
mostly everything about this world. So let's hope that she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause-
they don't know who I am. So, I mean, you'll get dogs. I will just
'cause-
make up a backstory.
So then again, still, if I am right that Asylvius is here,
Wait,
God, my
I
head
mean,
could be on a platter.
okay, hear me out. There's no way we all died at the same day near the same time. I mean, us two, that's a
Can't all die at
coincidence.
the same day at
Very
the
big
same time. It
coincidence.
could have been. I mean, the gods. If the gods have the power to, put us in some sort of time frame in an Althvinhaim, then they've probably done that.
But, I
When
mean,
did you?
I was shot by a
When did you
person, though.
lose? Did you
Like,
lose
it was no godly
contact
figure.
with anyone at all?
Have I godly contact with anyone?
No. Like,
After,
did you lose? Like, before you died, did you lose contact with anyone from our friend group?
did I don't believe, I mean, I
You
wasn't
think
really
back.
talking to anyone.
You think back to the day before the day you died. Everything in Althvinhaim has been very overwhelming. It's hard to track back. You only remember general details. You think back to the day you died, the day you went to the protest. You try to think that day was very busy, lots of college work. You didn't really contact anyone. You think back a few days before that. You think that maybe there was a time frame. Maybe it wasn't the exact same day. You think back to a day before that, 2 days before that, and 3 days before that. As far back as your memory gets. You scan your mind, and the only thing you can recall is the only thing you can recall as you think deep is a message from Dread asking if you wanted to play a game. That's the only thing you can remember. So you know, at least up until 3 days ago, if you assume your friend group Dread was still alive 3 days ago.
Okay.
That's the best you can recall.
So, okay, Trev was alive 3 days ago. I remember he asked me to play a game. Do you think he died at the same day? I mean, he was alive to die. He didn't die too early.
I mean,
It seems a little morbid now that we're talking about it, but maybe he's also here. I mean, have you seen anything on the news? You made the news. Maybe he also did. I mean, we seem to be granted with like a lot of power. I mean,
I
you got
highly
three
doubt
unique
that.
skills to die.
I mean, actually, now think about knowing Dread, he probably fucking ruled over a country.
Oh man, imagine if he did. That'd be funny. I mean, imagine what he'd do or something with that power. I mean, I think it's kind of hard though. I mean, like, there's just large. I mean, most states here, at least from what I've seen. So, I mean, so Kaer'ith, or it's just really huge, powerful, wealthy. I mean, it's almost I mean, there's no revolution happening here, regardless. And the people are wealthy enough where there isn't really a need for one. At least, as I see, most people are contented with what they have, and aren't as demanding systemic change. There's some discrimination against non sun elves, but for the most
Not
part,
all.
it seems like the High Priestess of the Sun is trying to combat that. So there are good people in the current government trying to fight that. I see, and also not really. I mean, it's very powerful. I mean, maybe further away there are weakened kingdoms. I mean, but every place here just seems powerful. Like the Great Fae Forest is just this huge country with like a supreme entity that like made even a god like Kenshin retreat
Hey,
and
even when I
destroyed
was
his
coming
empire.
here, I saw this giant bird. It almost looked like a phoenix.
I've not studied the creatures, man. Some creatures here are wild.
Yeah, like a Syntrax.
Elijah kind of barks at you, almost insulted.
Sorry.
Well, I
Okay.
was more referring to the snakes and the creatures that out of everything in this world, Eliza, you are the more normal thing.
You can't
At
just
least
like
from my
goose his ears
You
while
named it
staring.
Elijah.
Oh yeah, that's after one of my friends. I'm not sure if you've met them.
Okay, you do you.
Well, I mean, my death was kind of suddenly, and this is like a friend from another world. I thought maybe I'd use a similar name.
The
I
dog,
guess
the
long
dog
and too
barks.
formal.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Elijah.
The dog like
Okay.
sniffs your hand for a bit, just kind of rubs into it.
Mm. I need to think back. Did I ever lose contact with anyone else?
You think back.
I mean,
You think back to your past, to the day you died. Work had been stressful up until that entire week, really. If anything, 2 weeks. The surgery room was filled basically every single day, which is why you didn't really get much time to spend with your wife. You think back to the car crash. You retrace your steps beforehand when you woke up, the day before the surgery you had, and why you got home so late. You think to mainly try to focus on your breaks, any messages. You think, and you think. You think to anyone who could have called you on break, during lunch break or whatever, anyone who could have called you when you got home, maybe when you woke up, and you managed to, similar to Jamal, you managed to go back roughly 3 days, and you recall that 2 days ago, there was a short conversation in a group chat between you, Asylvius, and Burb. And to that extent, you remember that those two were also alive within a 3-day time scale.
So Burb and Sylvius were alive roughly a time around that you also contact, or Dread also contact you.
Okay. So it means they're all alive, but I mean, okay, come on. We're like, what? Like we're still in like our 20s.
It can't be coincidence since you were contacted by, you were contacted by Dread, and then a few days later you died.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I haven't talked to him in a while, and he just strangely asked me, like, hey,
Oh yeah, they're fine. They're very much fine. But it can't shake that feeling off. The fact that we all messaged each other. I mean, it could have been obviously coincidence, but the fact we all messaged each other like a few days before we died, or me and you died, doesn't add up.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess you're right. It doesn't really add up, but I can't shake the feeling that this might be a coincidence. I mean, I haven't seen any indication of anyone else. That's the real thing. I mean, they may have just worn different names like me. Like, Killian, no one's gonna get my name from that. They're gonna think,
Unless they talk to you.
Yeah, until
Because
they
you're
talk.
fucking awkward.
Okay, I'm not that awkward.
Yes, the hell you are.
It seems that I think I've been sociable in this conversation. I mean, at least in my opinion.
Well, a friend of mine told me that you talk like you have a stick up your ass.
Okay, I swear to God, I have certain words for Markov when he comes back.
Hey,
ain't wrong.
you don't have to tell Mark. He goes, he runs back downstairs. Here's our conversation. Says against your, he's not wrong. Runs back upstairs and go immediately back to sleep.
It's just like a comedic character. Just he comes in the room. He's not wrong. Goes away. Okay. But I still what are you planning on seeing in South Kaer'ith? I mean, I've been here what, like 5 days?
Well, if I want to become a supreme entity, there's only one thing I can do, and since there's a training ground here, I'm gonna spend most of my time there.
There's what training ground?
A training ground around here.
For like weapons?
Oh no, the fight. Like, they said training grounds. Like, there should be like an actual grounds for training, practicing.
Practicing all
magic.
sorts of things? I have not seen it. I've been in the
Wait,
library.
quick question.
Mhm.
You know how to use magic, right?
Yes.
Right?
Sorry, I didn't hear. I didn't catch that.
Like you also envisioned a spell
Yeah, that's how you cast magic in Scroll Life, right?
You read. I mean, you read the spell to understand it. You
Yeah.
then imagine. You use your imagination to cast the spell. Right?
I
You learned
mean,
that.
yeah, they always say imagination's power. I didn't think literally.
No, you literally have to use your imagination to imagine what the spell looks like.
Well, yeah, I know. I've learned a few spells.
All right. You also
Wait, out
know
of
how to increase
curiosity,
your.
wait,
Do you
sorry,
know how to
what?
increase your mana?
Meditating. I picked up a book
Okay,
on that.
good. Good. Fucking hell.
Well, it's almost like you
Um,
instinctively knew that he decided just not to do that for a few days.
mhm.
Alright. So, do you also know how to use pure magic?
No, I do not know what. How do you spew
Okay,
magic?
great. Okay, let me give you a rundown. Pure magic everyone can use, but it's very unstable, can make you insane, and the only way you could use it is being infused within a weapon. Or you infuse it with a weapon.
Okay. So it's just like this uncontrollable magic, but everyone can use it.
Okay, by the way, I did the calc, and Dredd doesn't become president of the Humanoid Alliance until Castillo the 20th, so you still got 3 more days before that even happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Alright then.
Wait, say you want to train here and get better, right? And like,
Yeah,
I guess like an official training can probably help you, right? But
very much.
I was thinking of a trip to Salfantes, right? And you don't have to come with me, of course. And I will be here for the Sunstar festival. But I mean, what better experience than going through the forest of the Great Fairy Forest and going into the underground that covers most of Althvinhaim, and probably one of the darkest regions where you probably meet creatures beyond your wildest imaginations. It seems like a
See,
good place to try out your
if
skills.
I fucking did that, I would be dead already.
I mean, that's fair. Uh, as far as I see,
The fact that
most.
there's a few other syntaxes running around this I think this entire plane, unless it's at just that one forest. But, anything could happen. I'm not trying to risk that shit. At least not
Mhm.
until I feel prepared.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I've been learning
No,
magic
I
spells as
encountered
I
a
recently.
phoenix. I counted and tried finding a phoenix like bird and it didn't do anything.
Are you sure it's a phoenix, like it made out of fire?
It's a very light orange colored bird that gives off an aurora that literally kind of flies. It flies, kind of gives off an aurora, like aura, kind of like aurora borealis. That shit.
Okay, I mean I got that. It seems a weird way to put it.
Okay, wait. Think Ho-Ho. Think Ho-Ho from Pokemon.
Koho from Pokemon. Why?
Please tell me you know what that bird is.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, think something like that.
it doesn't really look like a phoenix, but I get what you're trying to say. It's orange.
Kind of like that. I mean, Ho-Ho is a phoenix. Technically a phoenix.
I mean if you say so. Uh.
It's not.
Yeah.
Technically. Seeing how I think in the lore it did, like, revive, I think, like, 3
No,
Pokemon.
it revived, yeah, the dogs. Phoenixes revive
Yeah.
themselves.
That's fair, okay. But then again,
Okay.
there are, like, some myths that, I think, like, Phoenix Tears, I think, like, Phoenix Tears, like, heal shit.
Okay. Wait. So,
So, like,
I mean, I do want to go on the trip 7. I can delay it for a few days, right? But you're really gonna stay here for like 20 days, maybe like 30 days until like, I guess, the festival happens. Like, sure you won't get bored of that mundaneness.
probably will, but, I mean, then again, there is good training, and if I need to, I can always just, leave.
I mean, okay, hear me out, right? I mean,
I I mean, if
it's
you
a
want,
real
I
thing.
could come with you, but I want to at least get a little bit of training.
That's fair. I mean, perhaps you
I mean,
could
if you can,
remain in the
is
city a
there
little
a
bit,
date?
try to get
Do
clues.
do we know the date of this world? In fact, is
Day
it like
of,
Monday,
yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday?
I wrote down the Sunstar Festival.
So what? Wait, so what's the date then?
I believe it's the 18th. I could be wrong.
Mm. Right.
Yeah, okay.
We can leave.
It's Dalier
we
the
can-
8th to Dalier the 10th.
Mm.
And
All right, then we
Dalier,
can leave. We could probably leave it on the 23rd then, if you want to.
okay.
But I do want to at least explore this city.
Dog, you don't know the days. None.
Wait,
no,
he said fucking.
Yeah, you know the day of the
My
Sunstar
brain is-
Festival. You understand that none of you, not any four of you, have yet to ask for a fucking calendar. None of you know what day it is.
That's fair. It could be like in 8 days as far as we know. Like the calendar could just end at like 19.
Yeah, no, yeah, literally, none of you asked for a fucking... Please just incorporate that into the lore already. Please, get a calendar.
Okay. Well, we should probably get a calendar. Do you want to go check
Nah, we
the
shouldn't get a
market for
calendar.
one?
We definitely should not get a calendar. We know the date. We know. We know everything.
It also help us with organization as we could like, actually write down these things. If you're not hungry, we could go walk there while we're talking.
I mean, it's currently like 11 p.m., but...
Yeah, I'd
Store,
just rather go to sleep.
okay,
first.
there's probably some store that's open.
Yeah, but I think we should probably go to sleep first. I've spent so long flying.
You
Just
flew
fl-
the whole way. You can
Yes, I
fly
flew the
that
whole
far?
way. Yeah.
I thought you'd need a boat, to be honest.
No, it only takes like 3 hours for me.
Dog, it took 6.
Really?
Shut the fuck up. Dog, it took 6 hours. Shut the hell up.
Nah. Shut. Let him believe that. Let him believe that.
Okay, so like, if you flew to South Fantasy, you could get there in 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm getting
I'm just
scammed and then 9 guys.
Make him think
No,
he got
I need a
scammed.
guide to enter there. It's not a scam. Like legit, I would just die. Okay. Well, okay. If today's the 17th, I'll reschedule my trip to the, I guess like evening 20th, right? We'd go through the forest under the cover of night, probably trying not to attract any creatures of day. We might find we might be able to like get through without disturbing many people, and arrive at Selfantis morning probably, but I don't think it'll matter. It's underground.
Yes, that's fair. Alright, I'm just probably gonna go back to my inn and then sleep. I'll meet you in the morning.
What inn do you currently stay at? Just so I can
The
contact.
fancy one.
Okay, you gotta know a name. The one with the lights.
It was. Jesus, it's still trippy. This feels unreal.
Okay. I mean, it does. And, I mean, at least we start to understand it. We're getting some puzzle pieces, right? Still doesn't make really much sense, but it's starting to make some sense. We're no longer, like, an individual piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit in. There's something greater going on. I mean, it's happened to 2 people. I mean, it would be kind of random for him to just stop like that.
I guess that's fair.
Well, I'll have to find something to fit my schedule in the next few days. I'm going to check with the Adventurers Guild before I sleep. See if anyone's there. I know it's 11:30. Hopefully they
It's like
close
11:10.
at 12. 11:10. Okay. Hopefully they close at 12. I'm gonna see if I can reschedule it. I bid you adieu, good sir. Meet me here at like.
Please talk
10 in the-
normally. This is.
What?
Please, I just feel like I think we should probably talk normally a bit.
Okay. Meet
And
me at
not act
10.
like you're some 18th century person.
I am some 18th century person though, from a
Held
long,
in.
long. Okay, but meet me here at 10 a.m. I'm gonna go rebook the South Fantasy trip. You get everything in order because the city is complex and there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of laws. I've seen people get arrested so far. Not fun. There's inquisitors and stuff. They're cool. They seem powerful and not to be messed with.
You don't say.
Oh yeah.
From what I've read, Kaer'ith is one of the strongest kingdoms in the world, so do not mess with it. You can get in bad with most other countries, not this one.
You both laugh,
Ah,
and I'm noticing the top you head your separate ways. Elpis heads upstairs. Flipping to Elpis' perspective, you head upstairs and are still shocked. You are like, what the fuck is happening? Right? When you met Alania and discussed with her about the world, you thought you had a goal. That was a goal, although difficult and likely incredibly hard to achieve, was still a goal. Become a supreme entity. Meet the god discover the god who brought you there, go home. Right, that was, although a long-term, very long-term goal, at least you knew what you were doing. You didn't think anything could interrupt that. But now that you've met Jamal, now that you've met, I guess, Killian, you could say, that has completely changed. Obviously, your ultimate goal of returning home hasn't, but what this means for you and your journey has completely altered it. You decide that you can think about it in the morning and return to your room to rest and sleep. You fall asleep soon after. Swapping back to Killian, you leave the inn. Also, do note that Elpis went home, by the way, to the other inn. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Killian, you walk outside, and it's very dark. It's dark out. There really isn't anyone out on the streets. Just a few people. You kind of dash on over to the Adventurers Guild unimpeded, and enter. It's not lively. It's open. There are a few people there doing some late night reading or whatever, but what matters is that the receptionist is still there.
Hello there. I'm here because I want to talk about my trip tomorrow.
The receptionist her eyes like widen a bit, and she looks a bit confused, and she says, "Oh, sorry, sorry, what? Sorry, just another fallen angel had come in here just earlier today, and I had confused him for you, and now here, and now it's sorry. Anyways,
Yeah, I just talked with him. It was nice.
said, oh, is that
I
so?
want to
Anyways, yeah, you said about your trip.
about
If
the
I
trip.
recall
Yes,
correctly, you booked a trip 2 days ago for South Fantas.
yes, and it would fall on the 18th.
Yes,
Now,
tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I mess up my month sometimes. How many days are in this month?
How many days are in this month? Let me think. Not that great with dates. She reaches under and pulls out a calendar that you can't see. She looks, there are 30 days. Sorry, 30 days in Castier. 4 weeks and 2
Okay.
days.
So, do you know actually? On another note, do you know where I could get a calendar? Because
She said,
I didn't have.
probably a store, but I mean, we have extras if you want one.
Yeah, could I have one?
She says, sure, let me just, 3 silver, I guess.
All right. Give that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did. Anyways, yeah. You thank her for the silver. It says, anyways, yes. You open the calendar, and you now have access to the calendar documents. The first thing you note is the days of the week. It's a 7-day week like you're used to. You note there are 400 days in a year, which is much longer than you're used to, as well as 13 months. You think that likely the cycle of the planet around the sun might be different here. There's an average of 30 days in a month, 4.5 weeks in a month, 7 days a week, no leap year, and it resets back to the first day of the week every year. You note that the days of the week are Evictium, Willonium, Calium, Phantium, Lunarium, Elvinium, Celestium. You remember reading in the Archimedean that Calium is the holy day for Sun Elves. Days of the week, however you note that there's a small note in the calendar that says that the humanoid calendar uses different days, including which is Rin Day, Alf Day, Keo Day, Midday, Phil Day, Coulter Day, and Lofon Day. You go through the months, and the months are as follows: Omnania, Serania, Kestier, Daluair, Alurian, Canurian, Gandar, Dradon, Eldon, Huedon, Sendender, Malvender, and Kinsuniel. You note that the first 4 months you recognize it immediately. The second, third, and fourth month you note are likely, you can easily tell by the name, are named after the 3 first gods. And you focus on Kestier. Kestier, has 4 weeks and 2 days. And looking at the calendar, the 18th, which is today, is... Hold on. The 18th is a, 1, 2, 3 off day. It's currently a Phantium, meaning yesterday was the holy day. Which also means that today is the start of the week for elves.
Okay. Looking at this thing,
The 18th, the 18th is a Phantium.
The 18th, okay.
It is currently today is currently, although it's about to become a Phantium, today is a Calium, so today is the holy day.
Realizing that I do need to switch my chip, hello, could I switch my chip? I can't do it, tomorrow, it seems.
She says, of course, when would you like to change it to?
Until further notice, I would like to switch it from Phantium, maybe to early morning Celestium. Give me a few more days, and I'm gonna be on the chip.
Early morning Celestium? Sure. Sure, that works. She rewrites your yeah. She moves your trip to the next Celestium. She says so tomorrow, it's tomorrow, the day after that, so 3 days from now. Not including today, of course, because it's, She says, alright, that sounds great. I'll rewrite that down. And remember, of course, if things come up, because as we understand, feel free to extend your trip if you need to. Of course, we don't have a set rule for this, but if we think that you're just not going to take the trip because you've extended it 2 weeks, we're just going to cancel it.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I thank her for her time, and I go to my apartment to actually sleep.
It's getting really fucking late, and after thanking her with the calendar in hand, you return home to sleep. And night falls. Split perspective. Roughly as the sun breaks, around 7:30 to 8 a.m., both of you wake up. As you wake up and stretch, your minds are still racing. You think about all the events of yesterday, and even though you flew across the entire Origin Lagoon to Sal Kaer'ith, even though you spent the entire day researching, learning magic, and discovering more about this world, despite all of that, today feels like nothing up until the last hour of the night. Originally, every time you woke up, it was simple. Go downstairs, grab some breakfast, eat up, learn more magic, increase your mana level, understand this world so eventually you can become strong. That was it. It was mundane just a bit, and however, it made sense to both. It made sense to both of you. But now, with a friend from Earth, literally temporarily living next door to you, essentially, next building to you, you're no longer able to wake up with the same sense of same sense of drive, same sense of peacefulness. You both hop out of bed, and obviously you know what you're both doing. You grab your stuff, one of you grabs your dog, the other puts all your stuff in your pocket dimension. You head downstairs. Killian grabs some food for Elijah, but doesn't actually get any breakfast himself, considering he can do it later. And so does Elpis also skip lunch. You both head out of your buildings roughly at the same time, hilariously enough, and manage to meet up in the intersection between your two buildings.
Oh, meet again. Oh, actually, he's deafened. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Bro, brother, this guy stinks.
Why is deafened? What difference?
I don't know what deafening does, honestly.
Like, maybe it's like a quick thing you press, but like,
I mean, if
come
you need
on,
to go,
man,
we
you-
can just end it now, because otherwise it's going to be a bit
Yeah.
sus.
Yeah, because
Alright.
we could just do like they could just do like a quick session and like, what, like, if I have time, like maybe tomorrow, but like whenever Elpis is free, really.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I'm just going to end it there then. I'll end the recording.